Now, let's do this together. Give the back of your hand a gentle pinch, let go, and watch how fast your skin snaps back into place. A handful of hidden cells control that speed of snapping back, quietly slowing down as the years go by. Pinch your hand at 25, then again at 65 if you can, and you'll witness the story of aging cells unfold before your eyes. Today, I'll reveal which cells are behind the magic and how you can actually help keep them lively. At this very moment, your skin is quietly renewing itself every 4 to 6 weeks. You get a fresh surface without even noticing the transformation. Stem cells drive this process. They're found deep in the base layer of your skin and inside your hair follicles. When stem cells are young and energetic, your skin stays thick, bouncy, and it heals in a flash. But as they get older, your skin thins, healing drags, and its shields weakens. That soft, springy feeling of youth slowly fades away. So this episode dives into that process, how it works, why it's slow, and what genuinely helps. Chapter 1. Meet the stem cells. Let me introduce you to the key players. 3 types of cells that truly matters. First up, the cells that keep your everyday skin in shape, filling the flat spaces between your hairs. Scientists call them interfollicular epidermal stem cells. But for the ease of it, let's stick with surface stem cells. They are the workhorses here. Next we have the hair follicle stem cells, tucked away in a spot called the bulge, halfway down each follicle. Keep bulge in mind. I have a surprising myth to share soon. Third comes the dermal papilla. Picture it as the command center. At the base of every follicle, it does not make hair itself, but it sends out the signal that sets stem cells in motion. Deep within your skin, a team of mesenchymal stem cells stands ready to help heal wounds. Remember them. They'll play a starring role pretty soon. Here's a fascinating twist. Surface stem cells have a clever routine. Each time they divide, one stays behind as a stem cell, while the other journeys upwards, flattens out, and eventually sheds away. It's a beautifully simple system. One cell remains, one moves on. This delicate balance keeps your skin in harmony. Keeping this balance is vital. Tip too far one way, and stem cells vanish too quickly. Tip the other, and your skin's barrier falters. Aging throws this balance off, slowing cell turnover and inviting mistakes. Now, let's talk about the bulge. The bulge's stem cells are a curious bunch. Most of the time, they lie low, dormant during the hair's resting phase. But when the signal comes, they spring to life and grow an entire hair. But their talents go beyond hair. If you get a cut, these cells can rush in to help rebuild your skin's surface. Think of them as your body's emergency responders. But stem cells are not solo artists. They depend on their environment and the signals around them. Scientists call this their niche. Imagine the niche as the stem cell's home base, the place that keeps them healthy and tells them when it's time to act. Remember this term, the niche is crucial, and it's often where trouble starts. Chapter 2. Why it all slows down. So why does this engine start to sputter? Start with the simplest fact. You lose active stem cells as you age. Both mouse studies and human skin samples show it. And the ones you keep get slow. They take longer between divisions. That's a major reason older skin thins out. Fewer workers on the job. And those left? Moving in slow motion. But what's behind this slowdown? It's actually 3 culprits, piling up over time. First, damage builds up. Every time a cell divides, there's a chance for a mistake. Years of sun exposure and oxidative stress add to this damage. Eventually, a cell stops working for good, even though it remains in place. Remember the word permanently. It's important when we discuss sunscreen. Second, the cell loses its sense of identity. Over time, the switches that control its genes drift off key. The stem cells forgets its purpose. Not broken, just bewildered. Third, and most crucial, the neighborhood falls into disrepair. In aging skin, the control center sends fewer wake-up calls and more signals to keep stem cells asleep. The structure stiffens, mild inflammation creeps in, and even healthy stem cells struggle to respond. And to make matters even worse, a villain lurks in the shadows. Some cells in aging skin enter a zombie-like state. We have talked about them before. If you haven't watched that video, watch this one. They don't die or work. Instead, they leak inflammatory chemicals into the neighborhood. Can you imagine that? Scientists call this the SASP, which stands for Senescence-Associated Secretory Phenotype. These zombie cells release signals that cause low-level inflammation and can disrupt healthy cell function, making the surrounding stem cells less effective. And just one zombie cell can sabotage a whole crowd of healthy stem cells nearby. Here's just a quick detour for anyone worried about thinning hair. When hair starts to thin with age, the stem cells are usually still there. They're just stuck, trapped in the resting phase because the control room stopped sending the growth signal. Are you serious? Please do your job. The follicle shrinks, hairs become finer and shorter, and eventually they vanish from sight. Those cells are still waiting, hoping for a call that never arrives. And about that bulge myth I mentioned, we're nearly there. Chapter 3, the stuff you feel every day. Let's bring this to life with 2 changes you can actually see and feel. Healing shifts as you age. A cut at 25 might vanish in days, but at 70 it can linger 2 or 3 times as long. It's not just fewer stem cells. Every cell moves slower, backup is delayed, and inflammation overstays its welcome. Dryness and sensitivity set in. Your skin's barrier relies on a steady stream of fresh cells, but when the engine sputters, gaps appear. Water slips out, irritants sneak in, and skin feels dry, tight, and touchy. That word barrier is key. Most solutions focus on protecting and rebuilding it. Chapter 4, what actually works, and your daily routine. Now for the part you've been waiting for. Practical advice you can use right away. Number 1. Sunscreen. Yes, you heard me right. Remember that permanent damage I talked about? UV rays are the main villain, damaging your stem cells' DNA. Sunscreen is your best defense. Most of the time it cannot undo old harm, but it dramatically slows new damage. Many people slip up by using it only on sunny days, just on their face, or by skimping on the amount. Use sunscreen every morning. Apply it generously. Pick a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher and cover your neck and hands too. And as we talked about before, preferably choose one with photolyase for DNA repair caused by UV exposure. You can get more info about that in this video. These are the sunscreens I would recommend. The Istin Eryphtona Actinica and the tinted Eryphtona Ageless or Medicate Advanced Day Ultimate Protect SPF 50+, PA++++. Number 2. A retinoid. Retinoids come closest to turning back the clock on skin aging. Prescription tretinoin works best, while retinol and retinol are gentler options. Retinoids boost collagen and improve your skin's foundation, making it thicker and healthier. Start with a low dose at night, always follow with moisturizer, and buffer by applying moisturizer before and after if you're very sensitive. Avoid mixing with other strong actives like exfoliating acids on the same nights. If you're new, begin twice a week and slowly ramp up as your skin adjusts. My recommendations are the Paula's Choice Pro Retinoldehyde Dual Retinoid Treatment or the Medicate Crystal Retinol with 6 different strengths. Number 3. A morning antioxidant, usually vitamin C. Sunscreen blocks most UV rays, but antioxidants like vitamin C catch what slips past. Use a stable vitamin C serum each morning before your sunscreen. In this category, I would recommend Allies of Skin Vitamin C 20% and Citrus Cells Advanced Light Reflecting Serum, or Paula's Choice C15 Super Booster, or Medicate C Tetra Advanced. Or, for a cheaper option, e.l.f. Bright Icon Vitamin C plus E plus Ferrolic Serum. And of course, the original. SkinCeuticals CE Ferrolic with 15% L-ascorbic acid. And it has a new enhanced formula now. This enhanced formula is now boosted with 0.3% carnosine and 1% endophytol to further promote visible skin longevity. provide additional antioxidant benefits, and fight inflammation. Number 4. Barrier support, ceramides and niacinamide. If your skin barrier springs a leak, you can patch it up. Ceramide-rich moisturizer rebuilds the intracellular matrix. Niacinamide fortifies the barrier and calms mild inflammation, helping stem cells do their job. This makes skin less dry and less reactive. In this category, I would recommend Astora HO Barrier 365 cream. It has also niacinamide in the middle of the inky. And also the Remedy for Moisturizing Rich Cream Barrier Repairing Moisturizer. This one has niacinamide high in the inky. Or the Medicate Niacinamide Peptides. And here's your go-to routine. Feel free to save or screenshot it for later. Morning, do a gentle cleanser, vitamin C serum, ceramide moisturizer, sunscreen SPF 30 or higher every single day. Simple as that. At night, gentle cleanser, retinoid a few nights a week to start. Top it off with a ceramide moisturizer to buffer. These 4 ingredients pack the biggest punch. Sunscreen, retinoid, antioxidant, and barrier moisturizer. Everything else is extra. If you pick only one, please let it be sunscreen every morning. Chapter 5. One myth busted. Now for the story behind the bulge I teased earlier. When people go bald, everyone assumes the hair stem cells are gone. They're not. Studies show that in common pattern baldness, the stem cells are still sitting right there in the bulge, in pretty normal numbers. The problem isn't missing cells, it's a breakdown in communication. The control center, influenced by hormones, stops sending the growth signal. The stem cells are ready, but the message never arrives. That's why treatments that boost these signals like minoxidil can help even without adding new stem cells. And if you are considering minoxidil, please contact your doctor or dermatologist. Chapter 6. Your skin runs on a tiny regeneration engine. Let's just quickly recap what we've covered. Your skin relies on tiny regeneration engines, stem cells, and their supportive neighborhood. Age wears down every part at once. Turnover slows, the barrier weakens, and healing takes longer. You cannot stop aging, but you can hit the brakes. Use sunscreen to shield your skin, retinoids to renew it, and antioxidant and barrier support to keep it thriving. And as I said, if you do just one thing after this, make it sunscreen every morning. It's the single most powerful step in skincare. I actually left out one big topic on purpose. There's a slow, sneaky process that accelerates aging everywhere in your body, not just your skin. And that's what I'll cover in the next episode. Episode 17, Inflammaging. Don't miss it. I read and answer every comment. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.